What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, to the channel where Jenessa talks to herself in her room. Oh, I don't know if I look good enough for this. This isn't going well so far. Let's start this again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000. I just want 1,000. Just 1,000 little clicks. Dee, 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 dee. I'll be so happy. I'm already happy. Be happy now. Be happy now and it will come to you. You know, be there now. Be here now. It's 12:42 and I'm just now having my coffee. So I don't know why this is, this just feels weird in many different ways, and I don't know what's up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this isn't coherent. At the end of this, you know, just let's see what happens. Okay? Just stay with me. Stay. Okay? No, speaking of staying, okay, I'm bad at staying. Do you guys know what grounding is? I'm sure grounding is a lot of different things. But grounding is literally just like, be in your body or like be on the earth. And I'm not good at this, guys. You know, it's like, if I was an Ayurvedic type, totally Vata, that's what it is, right? Like totally air, just like up in the clouds, you know? And I've had a lot of people tell me this. They're like, you're not in your body. And my response is like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Of course I'm in my body. I'm like so hyper aware of my body. I did actually have this where I went to this Qigong. It wasn't my idea. I went to a Qigong retreat a few years ago. Because I'd never been to a retreat before. And that was my first retreat experience. And I'm not gonna go, should I go into the full story? Okay, I'll go into the full story. All right, so there was something up with the teacher. I'm just gonna say, like, very, very heavy masculine energy. Let's just call it that. Yeah. And I didn't really feel comfortable with him. But I didn't really feel comfortable with most people at the time. And there was this, I think it was on the second day, so the Saturday, and we're all like working on lengthening our spines. So like, literally, I think we were all supposed to like be up against a wall, and a partner was going to help us kind of like stretch our spines, right? Not with like, just like using our hands to like naturally guide our body's energy and like align into alignment. I think that's what it was doing. Anyway, so the teacher wanted to demonstrate, and he's like, okay, who wants to work with me? And all of his groupies are like, oh, me. And he didn't want to work with anyone. And in fact, there were some people he was like deliberately ignoring. And I do want to know the story there of why did he not give attention to the people who wanted it the most, you know? But he picked out my roommate. I hope this is okay that I'm sharing this. I think it is, because it's mostly about me. Anyway, he picked out my roommate, who's like a very attractive woman. And I read into that. I don't know if that was part of what was going on, but anyway, he picked her out and worked on her. And I just broke. I don't know. I do not know what happened exactly in that moment. I don't think it hit me right then, but a little bit later when we had gone back into like the main lecture hall or whatever, I just couldn't stop crying. Because to me, watching him work on her, it was like he had stuck his dirty little fingers inside of her and messed around with all the workings. Yeah, I felt like he had violated her energetically. Anyway, and then, so I'm crying. I eventually like excuse myself, and I was crying for like 2 or 3 hours straight. And I was supposed to meet with this woman that the other girl that had gone on the trip with us, she knew from past workshops. And apparently she does acupuncture and she does healing. And she's like, oh my God, she's so great. She has to work on you. So I was supposed to meet with this woman at lunch. And I'm still like, but we meet and she's not really sure whether she should work on me or anything like that. So we end up just talking. And what she told me was that I wasn't in my body. She was like, you're like up here. And this did seem relevant to what I had just thought I witnessed and my reaction to like someone interfering or being in someone's body in that way that I thought I had witnessed. So she anyway said like, you're not in your body at all. And I said, I don't think that's right because I'm super self-conscious and like hyper vigilant about my personal space or like foods I eat or changes in my body. Like I'm just constantly tracking what's going on. And she was like, no, you don't understand. If it makes sense that you would be really on high alert if no one's home, because it's kind of like if you're not home, you know, if you're like literally not in your house, then robbers can break in. So you'll actually feel much safer and you'll be able to put your guard down more if you actually inhabit this body. So she gave me some exercises to do, but I didn't really, I don't know. It's a long process. And lately, like very, very recently, I remembered the conversation with my dad where he's like, you know, everything that you're thinking about, everything that you're going through, all these like great big theoretical questions, they're great, but it's important also to ground yourself and to like just pay attention to what's here. And so one of the things I actually did recently was I planted tulip bulbs because you have to plant them now so that they grow in the spring. So I planted tulip bulbs and daffodil bulbs and garlic. And I had no idea that tulip bulbs were like they look like garlic. They're big. And then they grow into tulips. But honestly, it was really fun. And they look like garlic and they have roots at the bottom. So you plant them so facing up because, you know, you want your tulips to grow that way, not that way. So I did that and that was good. And I normally hate gardening or being outside because I'll be like, I'm cold. And lately I've been going on these walks and I just like, I've figured it out finally. Everyone, I have figured it out. The trick is you just let it in. You just let the cold in. And you just go, okay, cold. Do it. and it goes through you, but then it goes through you. And then you can just feel the cold without being cold. But really that's what, and so like maybe your fingers are a bit cold, but this is a big breakthrough for me. Like growing up in Montreal, it gets cold here. And I always thought there was like, I don't get it. I should be able to manage the cold. And if anything, I would get worse and worse and worse with every year. And so now having moved from LA to Montreal, I was like, how am I going to handle this? But I think I can handle it. So that feels relevant to like grounding too, like being in my body, being in the cold. And the other thing, obviously I meditate, and obviously, and what I am aware of lately, and lately as in like in the past week, I don't think my what's it called? Proprioception? Like my perception of where I am in space is 100% accurate. I think like when I think I'm in my body, I'm actually like here, or maybe here. Like I'm a little bit off. And so kind of an exercise I've been doing is like literally be like, no, behind. We're going to go behind, here, behind, and really like focusing on my spine. Yeah, really focusing on my spine and like focusing like behind my mask, you know? And that seems to be helping a lot. Yeah, it seems to be helping a lot. So, you know, especially with everything going on right now, this feels more relevant than ever. So many of us are just not connected to other people, or not connected to like real life. Everything's kind of been uprooted. So it's really, really important to find roots wherever you possibly can. And oh, right. And the thing about that, so part of the reason why I never wanted to do grounding work is it just like wasn't interesting to me. I was like, well, that's great, but I don't actually want to be here. Like, I think this is so much less interesting than potentially what's like imagination or creativity or like big philosophical questions or thoughts. That seems to me so much more just magical and interesting. I want to give my attention to that. And what you miss though is, let's just use the analogy of a rocket. Okay, a rocket, you need a strong foundation in order to blast off. You know? Like I couldn't this is kind of like an ongoing joke, but that like I can't jump. I'm not going to show you. Maybe I'll show you in another video, but I used to not be able to jump. Like I could kind of jump, but it would be like beep. And it's not because I don't have the strength to jump. I'm not that weak. It's that like, in order to jump, you have to really believe in the firmness of the ground, and you have to kick up off it. You need something to kick off from. And the level to which you can like project yourself off a surface is the level to which you can gain height. That's actually how it works. So grounding is actually going to like expand your range into those other realms, if we want to call it that. And that's what I'm doing. I just, you know what, I just think we could all use some more grounding. So let me know if you guys have experienced this, or if you guys have like certain practices, or if you, yeah, just let me know what you think about all of this. Okay, I love you. Bye.